shit. I don't know how long. It doesn't matter. Oh man, definitely got a couple of topics I want to talk about. The stuff that's going on in the world. Like, Puff Daddy is a menace. It's crazy. How many dudes' butt cheeks has he ran up? That's wild. And apparently Joe Rogan is in trouble. What's wrong? What is this?
You're not watching.
Hold on. She's gonna fall down the hole. Oh, she's not watching, so she's gonna back step into the hall. Oh, someone just walked in. Flong. First of all, why was the door unlocked? See how stupid people are? Why do you have a hole? Why do you have a work hole in the front of your working area, your door, and it's unlocked? Why would somebody walk forward and not be looking down or peripheral vision to even see? How do you walk into a hole? What is this? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like video games? You just walk, and you just fall down? Some Tom and Jerry shit? What's going on, stream? I'm back. Like cook crap. Wait a minute. Time out. Hold up. Am I streaming on the wrong channel? Wait a minute.
Bro.
Pause.
No, I'm not
Damn, your age is really catching up to you, my friend.
No, I'm not streaming on the wrong channel.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's not showing up. Why am... Yo, YouTube is crazy. YouTube is not even showing that I'm streaming. I'm looking in my own feed and don't see it. That's crazy. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. I streamed you on my channel, Rashawn, when you came over to play with Nile. That's crazy. Alrighty then. Open that up there. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. I'm setting up the channel. Let me put y'all in the main window for right now. David Nelson was the last person who subscribed to the channel. Thank you. Oh, so this would be 19, right? Alrighty then.
With your marker. Where did you go? That's fine.
That's okay. Post release school tour update and more. Actually, I have to put VOA. VOA post school release date and more. Let me get that thumbnail up. Should have streamed earlier, guys, but the Valkyries were streaming on TikTok, so you know how it goes. Now I know there's probably a bunch of you guys in the room. I'm coming. Give me a second. Oh, I'll be there shortly. Pause. Can't be saying can't be saying I'm coming, bro. That's crazy. It's wild.
Damn, you forgot to say the right words, my friend. It's not pause, it's no diddy.
Damn. That is crazy. Why are you starting out with violence, bro? You are starting out with straight violence. I do not condone violence on YouTube. The views of my guests do not reflect the views of Triforce and Empire Arcadia.
Oh, okay then. You can talk about it. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Damn, man.
Okay, I'm just for the chaos, okay?
That's straight.
I feel great today. God is good all the time.
That was straight violence, bro. For no reason. Like,
But I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good. I'm up with some chaos right now. God is good.
my man's on some Sonic shit. Chaos Emeralds, Valkyries of Arcadia, VOA, updates, news, school tour, school, education. I don't know why I'm putting these tags like school, education, and positivity, empowerment. The algorithm is going down as I'm typing these positive words. This is crazy. I put education, right? Hold on. Anything black people dislike. Okay. And what else? Give me some other. Oh man, I'm gonna get my channel bad with this. Copy. So we save the channel, right? Let's open up the stream. What we got here? Who's in the chat? Hey, Kisan, Drop Top, Long Beach. What's going on? And understanding. Oh, my brother. What's up? It's been a while. So if anyone's asking where I've been, well, we just finished the 3-week school tour here in Jamaica, where the Valkyries brought some education to the scene. The school tour was murderous because there were like back-to-back dates, and some of these things we'd leave out like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning and get back like 10 o'clock at night, and some of them were back-to-back dates, so we just never had the time to do a lot of stuff. In the thumbnail that you're looking at right now, you'll see the girls sitting there doing an interview by CBM, watching Dragon Ball Kai right now. Okay, a word. School tour was a monstrosity because although we had raised the money to actually to be on the tour and whatnot, we needed an entire budget for transportation and food, which we did not account for. We thought this was a come and go and keep it moving. Nope. So like literally as we got home at nights, now I was streaming on a channel to raise like the what would you call this? It's not a, what would you call it? Per diem? It's a per diem, right? That's what it is, right?
Well,
When you like for transportation and food when you're working. It's a per diem, right?
personal incidents. So,
It's a per diem. Hold on. Per diem. Per diem. Right? Meaning. What? What? Per diem. From Latin, by the day. A daily allowance paid to an employee to cover costs incurred while on a business trip. Yes, actually per diem. That's the actual word. So yeah. So we had to literally the following night, or no, the same night or the following day, pretty much come up with a per diem for the following school tour. But it was ultimately overall all good. Let me go here. We go to what? Chapter 1. Yeah, there we go. In fact, let me see something here. I updated this. Yeah, I'm skipping the promo so you guys can see. Whoa. So after this Digicel promo, I added some clips from the actual school tour to show you what the girls were doing there and whatnot. That will come up shortly. I'm joined by Nile, Silver Neko, the Black Dragon of Arcadia, and maybe is Stater coming? No, Stater probably jumping a little bit later on. Let me grab this chat.
wait, so how does your Mario Kart show Luigi?
Cause when you unlock all 3 stars and everything, it unlocks different characters to show all on the front screen.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've maxed out the game except for the new courses that which at some point I'm gonna need to get. Okay, there you go, guys. So yeah, there go Neko and Nile. That was the first stop of the school tour. First stop was where? What school was that?
UTEC.
UTEC. Yeah, that's them at UTEC at their booth that they gave them. They were selling their Valkyrie merch and stuff like that. Anime com, promotional. What is this name of this? Promo flyers for their event, the largest anime convention in Jamaica coming this summer. No cap. So that was the first one. Then this was them at Excelsior. That's Excelsior, right? Yeah, with the black and white, right? Yeah, that's them at Excelsior.
Yeah.
I say you guys should wear the black and white tomorrow. Y'all should wear the black and white tomorrow. Because
honestly, we need a crop top version of the white one. We need a white crop top.
White,
just like the other one.
Yeah.
Even if it's post fade.
We'll get a white crop top version. And this time we'll put the logo on the front and then put the big banner version on the back. And because the one thing I don't like about the black ones is the tiny ass logo in the front, which is usually covered by your hair. Yeah, y'all all have long hair, so because y'all hair come up in the front, so it blocks a little Valkyrie logo in the front. No, banner in the front, and then the logo's on the back, which is blocked by your other part of your hair. So yeah, so
to be honest, I like either design. Either one is fine to me.
Okay. That school was St. Joseph.
One thing I noticed though at the anime cup, first time that the sewing shirts,
yeah.
First time I got the front, and I got a big seller.
Yeah, we're gonna put the sign on the front. This was Portmore Community College, where the girls were using a math game on Nintendo Switch. When I was asking the community, can they please help us raise money for the math game? And that was it. That's Math Fight. It was Math Fight, Math Land, Math Gym. They did one where they had competitions with the students and competition with the student teachers, which was at St. Joseph College. All this is going to be on television, by the way. So we hit up all 5 schools. It was a successful campaign, real speed. It was an actual successful campaign. I'm not gonna front. Yeah, this is when they got interviewed by CDM television. This actually came up on their social media. That's stripped clearly, as you can see. So it's like from CDM. She was explaining how the math games work and how modern technology and entertainment can actually help enhance education. And it's been going on for like 40 years. I put let me put a little trivia out just for. Do you guys know what the first commercial video game that educated people in math was? 40 years ago. I want to see if you guys can do your quick Google and see if you can find out. 40 years ago, approximately too. 1984. Well, was it 83? It was 83, but we're in 2024 now, so it's still 40 years. Yeah, those two. That was St. Joseph, and that's the last school, Michael University College. That was at the end of it, where the host was dancing with the girls. That's at St. Joseph, with that girl starred in the Bob Marley movie that the Valkyries are taking a picture with. Yeah. So. Yeah. But what was the last video I put in? Oh, and this is after the entire university. Chris and them took the Valkyries out to get boba tea. And the girls are talking about salty balls in their boba shit. So yeah. Bruh. So. But it's a nice hangout spot. I really like that hangout spot. For real. All they need is a bed. Real talk. It's a real nice hangout spot. They could go there, they could get their boba tea. Oh my. Tomorrow there's some event that being hosted by the anime merchant. So it's literally an anime merchant. Sells a lot of anime stuff, and he's inviting the Valkyries to come over to his place, his pool and barbecue. So free food, and a nice little lounge. So I'm gonna see how it is since the Valkyries have been invited. But I each your places of shit. That place is spot on. The Valkyries will be there for anyone who's Jamaican watching this. The Valkyries will be there every Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 3 to closing. So if you ever want to come and chill with the Valkyries, you can. Hey, what's going on, Prodigy and Kisan? You are right. Donkey Kong Jr., but it's called Donkey Kong Jr. Math. It is called Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Educational games have been around for like the eons. Oh, Prodigy, do me a favor. What's Gucci? What's Gucci is, could you put this link in your Discord? I'm over here flapping my gums. I'm not even promoting the stream. This is wild. Let me see Jerry Onsen. Tell everyone come through. Chilling late night with EMP and VOA updates. All right, let me see something. Oh, Chris is still awake? Huh? Alrighty then. Sorry guys, I'm sending this out to everybody. So give me a little bit so I can get it out to people. Let's see if Stated is watching. Maybe Wes is watching. Who's you guys stay in this room. I'll be right back. Stay right here. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Let me see if Wolfie's ass is awake. Chris, let's see if you're awake. Who's this? Ike. Let me see if you're awake. Kisan, you're already in here. Blue. Haven't heard from you in an eon. Skeet. Maybe Eris. Who's D Gay? What type of name? See, some people gotta check their names, bro. Come on, man. You can't make a name called D Gay. Bro. I think I sent it out to everyone's possible, right? Not really. Dan the man. Hold on for a second, chat. We're gonna get there. Bunch of stuff I want to cover. I want to cover all the Empire and the Valkyrie stuff first, and then we'll get to what the hell is going on in the world. And sorry for the no camera tonight, guys. My wife is not in the best of condition, and yeah, so I need her to be a little bit comfortable tonight. So I'm just gonna keep the camera off so she can walk around. Can you? Oh, you drank up all the juice? Can yeah? Can you please bring some? Da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do. Okay, let me go back in the chat. Moxie, what's up? I should have used Google Kisan. No, you was pretty close to it, Kisan. You were just off by one word, math. But it's called Donkey Kong Jr. Math. We over here just chilling, Moxie. It's like, it's crazy. That was a wild 3 weeks. I've never done that much work. That's more work. The school tour was more work than an actual job. That's stupid. That didn't even make any sense. Why was it that much work? I think, you know what it is? It's the sun. The sun was literally murking us. Who the fuck is this? Rest in peace, Captain Atlas. What? Caribbean pirate. Who the pirate? Oh, thanks. What is this? Oh, I meant my juice, but it's okay. I'll share it with you. I heard that the new X-Men, the X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, got 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Word?
Yeah, the first 100 ever on Rotten Tomatoes. And I've seen some clips of it. It's kind of boss. It's one of the rare times someone actually remade something based on an original concept that's better than the original. Because I used to watch all of the X-Men's back then, and I just seen a few of the stuff, and that's crazy. Like, X-Men 97 is ridiculous. What Gojo thinks every black sorcerer is built like. Oh! Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, what's the black guy's name again? The black guy with the Kango hat, who Gojo was...
Miguel!
Huh? Miguel. That Gojo was roasting? Yo. My man, he activated his domain was it his domain expansion? Or was it his secondary skill? I don't know. Miguel has...
I need to go look back at it again. I think it was the CD.
It's the manga. I don't think it's the domain expansion, but he activated a.
It's his first technique. I think it's
his curse technique. Yo, Miguel actually could cook Gojo. I was like, wait, what? Yo, when I saw the spoiler for it, I was like, what the? My man's curse technique is allows him to use rhythm to avoid all curse techniques attacks, like Ultra Instinct. He automatically dodges everything, and he was getting washed by Gojo, but not killed by Gojo with no curse technique. And that's why Gojo sent, what's that sword guy's name from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero? What's his name? Yuta sent him to Africa to get trained by him. That man Miguel is a menace. He is a problem.
The fact that he showed up in the act, the fact that he showed up in Jujutsu Kaisen, actually, it was a matter of time before we see him again, actually.
Yes, I knew.
After the movie, it was only a matter of time that he was gonna show up, but not in the sense like right now.
Yeah, but he's a menace. He's a menace. It's drop top. It's fire. Wait, what? Hold on. A bunch of people said something. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. That shit gas. No way. Yeah, that's broken. Do that spiritual capoeira. Yes, actually, that's what it is. His curse technique allows him to avoid all curse techniques like Ultra Instinct. That's bullshit. That's OP. That's just the curse. What's the domain expansion? And keep in mind, Gojo said that Yuta is actually could supersede him. And he's gonna leave Yuta with Mogel to supersede him. And who kills Kato? Yuta. Wait, what? But who trained Yuta? Miguel. Wait a minute. Time out, bro. Name a person that's ever gone toe to toe with Gojo and lived outside of Sukuna. Miguel. Everyone who's ever gone up against Gojo has got washed and dead. Only 2 people ever went up against Gojo and lived. Sukuna and Miguel. That's a problem, bro. That's why I like Jujutsu Kaisen. They're actually giving a black character some real burn. The one black character is not a token throwaway get killed character. He in there. I was like, wait, what? My man's Goku. That's literally who he is. My man's Ultra Instinct Goku. I wonder when they actually animate it, will Goku's song come on? Will that come on? I just want.
Just stupid. Just stupid.
And hold on. And if that. Whoa. Why is this big ass bear hugging on this tiger? Who would win in a fight, a tiger or a bear?
I've been seeing this video floating around, and I'm wondering if you've seen it, Trevor.
Which one?
The one with the girl that is asking guys to do things.
Things? What you mean things?
Okay, so the first one is that first of all she's dressed in like a sports bra and shorts and stuff, and basically she's dressed in a sexy manner or whatever, and she's the first set of things that she asks random dudes on the street is, do you want to kiss or slap? Meaning slap her ass. Kiss her or slap her ass, essentially.
I'd be like, option 3, neither. Who the fuck are you? That would be me. Can't get caught up in them setups.
Exactly. Can't call this that. Right?
Well, go.
It's like in America these days. In these days that
wow.
These women are trying to be the biggest hoe, or trying to bank on putting people in sexual harassment charges.
Well, it was consensual, so I don't know. Here's the thing.
Let me see this. Uh-oh, Facebook. First of all, that girl is too small.
I mean, it may be consensual, but all it takes is one woman to do a charge to cause a man's career to go haywire, even if it falls or not.
That girl is too small to be getting her ass slapped by that guy. That guy's entire hands.
That's a jail sentence.
No, but first of all, I slowed it down. Hold on. Let me go into speed playback 0.5. She's enjoying that slap too much, and that nigga's hands is the size of her ass. So that's like stupid. And guess what? Because it's her. What the hell? How was that rate on the scale of 1 to? Oh man, this guy's stupid. Oh wait, I can turn it up. It's no order.
Solid 9 out of 10.
You kiss or slap?
Ooh, that was a nice one.
What?
Did you like that?
I love
Me too. Kiss or slap?
slap. Ooh.
That's all you got?
My man said it's.
There we go. How was that?
Wonderful.
Kiss or slap?
Slap.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
wait.
Okay. Kiss or
What the hell is?
slap?
Can I go a drive?
I guess so.
Hey, yo.
You like that?
Yeah. Yummy.
Kiss or slap?
Slap.
That was so gentle. You can go harder.
Lovely.
My God, there we go. Kiss or slap?
What generation are we in? These are the end
We are-
times.
We are in the degenerate era, as I said before. We do like government these days, so trying to be the biggest hoe or something.
Well, clearly her
And
channel.
then these dudes are participating in it because, like, well, she's giving it up, so might as well.
Well, her channel
Oh, that's
is
a good one.
First try.
Good job.
her channel's
Maybe
blown
that's
up.
one.
That is an old ass man.
A 4.
Wow, she
Oh.
said rate me 1 to 10. She did a twirl around my mass of 4. Damn.
Make me a 9.
Yeah, that was a violation.
Wait. What? What's he say?
What would make me a 9?
What would make me a 9? What would make you a 9? If you were bigger. Oh shit.
Twerk or jerk?
Damn. Well, the old man styled her hard. What the hell?
What'd you think? Rate on a scale of 1 to 10.
I can sound
Damn, what's that improve?
more back into it.
Okay, I'll work on it. Twerk or jerk?
What?
Twerk or jerk?
What'd you think? Rate on a scale of 1 to 10.
Four.
Oh my god.
Damn,
okay.
she's getting fucked up by these twerks. She got a 7 in one and a 4 in the other. What can I
You can hit
improve?
Jim a bit more.
If you hit the gym a bit
I'll work
more,
on it.
that's crazy.
Twerk or jerk?
Wait, what? Let's go jerk.
With jerk.
You want some beef jerky?
Okay, I choose swerve.
Oh wow, what the hell?
Oh, so she basically fakes them
How'd you like it?
into thinking that she's gonna jerk them off or something.
Yeah. Kiss or slap? That was so soft. You can go harder than that. There we go. How was it?
Yo, this is cheating though. This is cheap content. She's getting dudes. The dudes are making the content for her. She's asking a question. Dudes will just watch this just because. They're dudes. It's corny. And this gotta be Miami. What the hell? She started twerking and this dude started twerking too. What the? Alright, I'm done. We're just gonna get up. We're gonna get up this. The guy joined her in the twerk. What the hell? Yeah. We're pretty much done on this, ladies and gentlemen.
Good with that. Be cool.
Oh, I did not mean to turn that on. I hope it doesn't turn on. Uh-oh. No, we're gonna turn this off. Turn off TikTok live, please. Thank you. Oh wow, I didn't have warning, whatever. I got all these windows open, man. Close this shit, bro. Why do I have? Okay, I'm gonna watch that later. I don't need this. I don't need this back end channel open.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alrighty then. Get this going. Don't worry, guys. I'm starting with some stupid shit to say. War on Gaza. I'm sure you guys don't want that right now. That'll be the end of the stream. Everyone named in P. Diddy's sex abuse lawsuit. Full list. Yikes. Nope, not interested. Jake Paul, you know Jake Paul dropped out of the Mike Tyson fight, right?
Yeah, sure, I've heard news about. You see, I've heard news like that before, but then it's not. Then it's not from a credible source. I'll wait until the date, until it gets close to the date. That's it. Will confirm. Yeah.
Wow, David Chappelle said the N the N of the Year award goes to the N word. The end of the year award goes to, do you know who? You'll never get it. You'll miss it for sure. What the hell? Best documentary. Who was Hitler? You think you know Adolf Hitler? Oh, it's a documentary on YouTube. Random. Best documentary? That's the channel.
Yeah, what?
Oh, did you guys know that Russia opened up their secret paintings to the world?
Your secret paintings?
Well, it's not secret. I mean, a lot of people has been there been to Russia and they've seen the paintings of the yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay then.
Russia got problems. Dragon Ball Super 3. What? The movie. Losers. Normal Finkelstein's UN ceasefire resolution show. That was a day ago. I should have watched that, man. I've been so tired after this damn tour. I've just been sleeping and just regaining stuff. Power, yeah. I'm tired as shit. I miss all of this nonsense. What's going on in the world? Joe Biden's about to lose. He's literally not gonna win. He's not gonna win. Trump's gonna win. Then they gotta unalive Trump so that they can fulfill the Simpsons. So much nonsense, bro. Does anyone know about Dragon Ball Kumite? The manga?
I have seen some parts of it.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Kumite. 4 days ago, confused Trump accidentally calls for Israel's ceasefire. Confused Trump. Hold up. I actually want to hear this.
That being said, but you have to finish up your war. You have to finish it up. You got to get it done. And I'm sure you'll do that. And we got to get to peace. You can't have this going on. And I will say, Israel has to be very careful because you're losing a lot of the world. You're losing a lot of support. You have to finish up. You have to get the job done. And you have to get on to peace. To get on to a normal life for Israel and for everybody else. And they say if I ran for office in Israel, I'd get 98% of the vote. I'm not Jewish, and yet Israel to me is very important. That's why I did Golan Heights. Golan Heights is worth trillions of dollars, trillions of dollars.
Okay. He goes on, by the way, to
What are
say,
you talking about?
I don't even know. But he goes on to say, like, I asked my ambassador, give me a history lesson, make it 5 minutes or less, he said. And then based on that 5-minute conversation, he did whatever this thing with the Golan Heights that he did.
She recognized.
Okay. Yeah.
But of course, it is racist. Has nothing to do with the real estate value of the land.
Where's the check goes Kushner's comments, right, about how Gaza, look at this amazing waterfront property for development.
Well, I don't know why do people attack Trump for being a businessman? I prefer the businessman over a politician any day. You know why?
You know why they attack Trump for being a businessman about it? It's because they're fucking stupid with their money.
Well, the thing is, as a businessman, he stands on business. As a politician, you don't stand on business. You stand on fucking whoever's paying you tells you what to do. That's the problem. Hold on. Long Beach Joe. Yep, all of the figures in those paintings were black. I have no clue who thought Jesus wasn't black, but it is what it is. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Russia opened up their vaults, and the pictures of Yeshua are all black. And and it's creating a problem in the world because, yeah. If people only knew what was in the vaults of the Vatican, man, listen. If people understood what was in the vaults of the Vatican, or why Alexander the Great burnt down the library, there's a reason for these things, people. They got to get rid of that old history. When you're making a new world, you got to the victor is the truth. So can we have people out there?
History is written by the
Victors, exactly. So that's why dudes want Russia destroyed, bro, because Russia got too much shit. So they was talking about what happens if NATO attacks Russia. Russia says they will not fight. They will not go and fight NATO. But if NATO flies F-16s into Ukraine, them shits will get wiped straight out of the air. Like, damn. Do people even read the Bible? He's clearly describing being black man, clearly. You have to understand, it's kind of different in the West. In the West, people do read the Bible, but the West is built on racism. So color means a lot. Like, to me, Yeshua being black doesn't mean shit, in my opinion. Like, okay, so he's black, big deal. It's not really important. However, to the way the West has it set up, it means a lot. You can't control a set of people who believe the quote unquote savior of the world looks like them, and then you're telling them something. Savior of the world has to look like you, and you have to teach them that they're inferior, or it won't work. They'll just keep fighting back. So I understand why they have to lie. It is what it is. This channel always appeals to my weak side, beautiful women. What? Luke, you're on the wrong channel then. You see that YouTube address right there under the bar? Go to there. That's the channel you want. This channel has nothing to do with women, to be very honest with you. Like the girls that you...
we're just advertising, okay? All right, so...
Yeah, the girls that you see in the video, crap. You got me. The girls that you see in there, we're just promoting their channel on my channel. I've lost 10,000 subscribers in the last 8 years promoting my wife's channel. That's wild. That's actually crazy. For promoting girls doing positive shit in the scene, I've lost 10,000 subscribers. What does that tell you? Boy, dudes are straight fuck boys. Oh man, that's what it means. Guys are straight fuck ass. For real, these guys are just fuck asses. Real talk. I actually hate dudes. I hate men. It's a good thing. You know something? I honestly believe if I was a woman, I'd be a feminist. If I was a woman, I'd be a feminist. Because of what I know about the wickedness of mankind, I would turn into a feminist. It's very hard. I can see why women, it's so hard for them.
I would turn into an extreme feminist.
I'd probably be a jihadist feminist. Find the most amount of men, go in and just call God's name and detonate. That's not funny. Yes, it was. But you get the point. For real, like, dudes are just, you have to understand the level of evil men are. I don't think we understand the level of evil. It sounds like I'm attacking guys. I'm not. I'm just talking about the wickedness of mankind. We are so evil on levels you have no idea. We're like shit. I don't understand what Yeshua was talking about when he was like, Father, forgive them, for they do not know. I'd have been on some real ghetto shit. I'd have like, y'all, don't listen to this nigga over here. Murder us. I'd have like, kill us now. Just spare the innocents in the future. Kill us now. Don't listen to this guy over here. Talk about we don't know. We definitely know. Oops, sorry, mommy. Too loud, guys. But yeah, out of like, do not listen to them. Like, we definitely know what we're doing. We are just
Oh yeah, you definitely know what you're doing because that's why the crusade started. You know what you were doing. You were using the name of God for power and greed. Yeah, you know what you were doing.
yeah, we're just shit, man. I guess you know what it is. I guess I just don't understand the love of God because, yeah, it's just because that one's beyond me. What's that line the Punisher says? He's like, it's not my job to forgive you. It's my job to send you to Yah and let him sort it out. Oh shit. That line is actually godlike though. That line is actually godlike. Xenomorphs. What? Hold on, I appreciate that. Alright, Moxie. Wait, aliens. Pretty much. Nah, I mean the gorgeous women you show on the side. Yeah, that's what we're saying, Luke. Go to that channel. That's where they all are. That's my wife's channel. That's her and the Valkyries of Arcadia. The majority of them, they're US based, but the majority of them is out of Jamaica right now. And they go and they do their best to try to support the scene, but all the dudes are trying to have sex with them and pretty much just use them for their... See what I'm saying? Men are shit. You just gotta get straight to it. Men are just shit. Like, why can't the dudes just help the girls? Dudes be saying shit like, I don't want to help the girls. Why? Because then I'm simping. What?
Oh yes, and I will say this. I said this once, and I'll say it again. Here is the true definition of simping for all you freaking idiots and retards over here. Simping is the act of a man that is giving women majority of gifts and money in hopes that she will come to this man
and give him cheeks
and all that, be the number one draft pick. Despite the fact that the woman is not aware of those things. Well, technically she's aware of those things, but she just takes advantage because I'm like, because the
whoa. Is she taking it? No, hold on. The question is she taking advantage?
No, she's not taking advantage. She's more like, I appreciate the gifts. I don't understand why you're giving me these gifts, but I do appreciate them.
Because the only time she can be taken advantage is if the gifts are offered and it is known to her that, listen, I'm giving you these gifts because I think I'm gonna make it on your all-star team. And then if she goes, oh well, nah, you're not gonna make the team, and she takes the gifts, then she's taking advantage. But if she didn't ask and she doesn't know, then it's not her taking advantage. It's the guy just not being wise.
The guy's being stupid.
Yeah, it's ultimately the guy's just like, guys. Guys. I blame the internet. I love romancing and uplifting women. They're beautiful. In the US seems as beta males if you do. Well, that's half and half, Luke. It depends. Like, no, because it's half and half. Like, you can go too far uplifting women.
Yes, you can't go too far with the film. That's what I always say. You treat her like a pet. You treat her like a queen. She will treat you like a pet.
Well, okay, so here's my question. When does a woman get... Actually, I know the answer to this. I'm just asking you for the sake of entertainment. Oh, crap, your moms. I almost made that. When should a woman be treated like a queen? When does she get to queen status?
She gets the queen status when the man is a king.
How does a man become a king?
He has to build himself up to be one.
Okay,
kings are made on board.
Yeah, I wanted to say something to you about that, right? When he's made a king, you can only become a king when you marry and become a queen. No, and have a queen. You can't become a king without the queen. So you have to marry. So the reason why I brought that part up is because of something Kevin Samuel says. He says, we live in an age where you're quick enough to give up sex before you get married. Both of them require a level of commitment, but the other one rewards the commitment before giving up your body, where one gives up the body without any commitment.
Yep, that's pretty much just what's happening in most of America. So,
And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I understand where he's coming from, but I don't necessarily 100% agree with him, because we live in a hypersexualized age, which is like, there are dudes out there. This is what I'm talking about, the level of wickedness that men are, right? Guys will get cheeks and then diss other dudes for not getting cheeks, making them feel like they need to be validated by getting cheeks. And this is where I'm talking about, like, guys are stupid, because if you're a real man, you never watch the next man's dick.
exactly.
Like, if the man's talking about,
And then in the other side of the spectrum, these dudes be getting chicks from these women, right? Say that these women are this and that. Tell them that they should pick better, and then when they do pick better, you're demonizing the man who allowed her to pick better and the woman.
yeah, it's being a female, you can't win. You really can't win. You give up the trust to the dude then does some stupid shit to you, and then say shit like, come on, man, I'm a man. Like I said, that stupid shit when was at Digicel, and this guy was like, he was arguing with these two girls in Digicel, and he's like, come on, you know how men are, like, all men cheat, right? And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't say all, but the majority of men do cheat. But it's he's like, because they can't help it, it's built into us. I'm like, I don't know about all that. And I'm like, yeah, I think you're a little bit like, you capping a little bit too hard. It's not built into anyone. You just don't have no control. That's what it is. You have no self-control or whatever. Like, but
and lack of discipline.
definitely. Oh, as your terminology, fatherless behavior.
No, that's maidenless behavior, bro.
Maidenless.
No. You see, the lack of sexual discipline is fatherless behavior. But the reaction of men when women do these things, when women do certain things, when men should be doing the work and be men, that's maidenless behavior.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's a distinction.
I actually like that line, fatherless behavior. Dudes got to start getting called out on that shit, bro. Start calling dudes out on that. I'm like, when dudes are acting like that, I'm like, oh, you didn't have a father, and you're like, did you? Oh shit. did he use that? Did he use that line on you? Which cereal was it? What do you mean, which cereal? Which cereal? What? He said he was gonna go out and get milk, right? Which cereal did he leave you with dry? Cornflakes, Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch, Raisin Bran. Tell me, which cereal? Daddy, what is it? I ran out of milk for my Apple Jacks. I'll be right back. Did he leave you then? That is like, why am I laughing at that? That's like me.
Because they need all the luck they can get in this world.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, fatherless behavior. I'm using that shit.
I just a special Saturday night. Well, it's Sunday actually, but still.
Nah, fatherless behavior is a godlike terminology. I'm gonna start using that on people. Wait, let me see some. I hate being a guy sometimes.
Yeah, you start using the only person that can use that line is the other people that have fathers in their lives. Or at least a proper father figure.
Luke says, I hate being a guy sometimes. My lust drives me to do stupid things. Weak of the flesh. I didn't have a father, hence poor choices, but trying to be good. Well, bro, you live in an age where you can use all types of schemes, technology, and terms of entertainment, and get away with all of these things. Here's an example, right? You guys, this is gonna sound stupid. You guys know the character Quagmire?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the character Quagmire. Yeah. Remember when he had that argument with Brian, when him and Brian went on a date, which was weird as fuck, but okay. But yeah, and he said what he hate about Brian as a person, and he really roasted the shit out of Brian, and whatnot. But Quagmire is like the average dude, and as bad as Quagmire is, Quagmire is actually the best of all of those guys. I'll explain to you why. See, Quagmire understands that he has weaknesses and vices such as lust and whatnot. And there's a debate and an argument about the porn industry. Has the porn industry domesticated men?
Yes and no.
Because they said without the porn industry, would rape have gone down or stayed up? I believe the porn industry has reduced rape. And it's objective. You can mathematically object. How many times guys get the urge and they can't release? But porn does it for them. Porn gives them the option out. It gives them the option out.
That is true, but also you have to keep in mind it does have a reverse effect too.
Yes, because it makes it makes them more degenerate. You can't keep at porn at a certain level. You actually get darker and darker into your child pornography. What's the name of this shit? Human trafficking and all types of other crazy shit.
And bestiality and all that crazy shit. All that shit done rabbit. So yes, it does have a very negative effect. And yes, it can also lead to rape if you don't, if you spend your life on porn and not really do any much proper interactions with ladies, and it reaches to a point where your conception of women only just comes from porn, especially when you look at porn differently. Like let's say you go to the dominant rough sex category of all how the men in porn treat women, like with the slapping and the talking to them like a fool and blah blah blah. Yeah, you spend too much on that and dude, let's interaction. Yeah, how you're gonna talk just like the men that in those porn shows.
Well, here's the thing. Why do guys think that's what girls like? Okay, I have this big problem about dudes regarding like porn. Why do they not know that it's all acting, and that's not how women don't actually like that?
You're talking. You see, this is the same type of media that where women read those novels and think that men operate. Some men operate like that.
What, like it? I don't know. I don't think it's one thing. It's one thing if you're like it's kind of hard for me to kind of think. Oh my goodness, I can't believe
There's some people that think wrestling is real. Okay, come on. You're asking the wrong question.
Yeah, I actually am asking the wrong questions. I'm trying to figure it out right now as we speak. But like, I don't understand how some people will actually believe like girls want to get gangbanged. Who wants that? Like you, the only type of girl that would want to get gangbanged is a broken female. You have to be broken for that. Who wants to be dominated and used like a piece of meat or rag or some shit like that? Who? Somebody who's meant to be a slave? You have to be broken down over time or in a short period of time on some taking shit with where you're due through human trafficking and drugged, and you have to be drugged up for all of that. To do that, I'm gonna put on somebody's video in a second. Some dude, his name is called Blanco. Something Blanco. I forgot. He's a YouTuber. I wonder if they'll flag my channel if I run his shit. Huh? If I have to wonder, most likely. Yeah, that's a good answer. If you have to wonder if they're gonna flag your channel, chances are they will.
They will.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run this stuff. But he was talking about he brought up something that's old news to old people like myself, because I've been on the planet since Yeshua was walking it. But he was like, uh the suicide rate in the porn industry has spiked. But the truth is it hasn't. The suicide rate in the porn industry has always been. It has always been. It's not a like, oh yeah, it was just never, nobody really talked about it before, and now that you're at the internet and everyone has access to it, now everybody knows. But porn has never had a high life rate, like just like OnlyFans. OnlyFans, people are they're murking themselves. And another set of people who are doing all types of changes to themselves. Nobody talks about the death rate in them.
You don't see that happening to the real veterans of the porn industry. It's only happening to people who just get into porn recently, because you know why? Like I said before in one conversation we had, it's because that you see with the veterans now, they have already sold their souls some time ago. These new women who are just getting the porn industry through OnlyFans, they have not sold their souls. They're in the process of their souls taking away piece by piece every time they let a new dick enter them.
Oh well, yeah. What's this called? Riley Reid was like, if anyone ever asked her, "Hey, should I do porn?" she would tell them no. I shine light on my weakness, not to hide it, but to address it. I fail a lot, but at least trying. Bro, if you don't, well, first of all, Luke, are you married or have a girlfriend? What in the blue blazes of hell was that? I did not do that. Yo, playing on this Joy-Con shit is crazy. Ah! What answer did he give?
Of course, I got a brick hand. Every time I decide to put one card out and one card is always brick.
Let me see what he says. Married with kids, so yeah. Bro, if you're married with kids, bro, it actually should be easier for you. You gotta, if you're married with kids, man, just focus on your wife, man. Ain't nobody better than the wife. Ain't nobody better than the wife. Trust me when I say that, bro. See, the thing is, you have to work on having a intimate connection with your wife. Stop trying to be you and try to be y'all. That you do that, bro, you'll be good. You can't, remember, when you marry, you become one with her. It's not just you anymore, bro. It's you and her. Just like how you can come on here and have this conversation with us on the stream, it should be easier to have these type of conversations with your wife. Tell her what are some of the things, your vices and things that that stray you away, and let her do her job as a wife to fix that for you, bro. They got you. Trust me, wives will fix you up real good. But you have to allow your wife to do a job. That's her job. You can't try to fix that on your own. Well, outside of God, or outside of Yah, your wife is the next best person that can help you. Focus on your kids, man. Turn off the internet. Go watch shit that's going on in the world. Get away from entertainment. Get away from all this nonsense in society that you're watching. Because that's another thing. That shit actually literally poisons your mind. And I'm not even capping. I'm like, true poison your mind. There's nothing in society worth watching anymore. Nothing. I'm not even capping. Society is so degenerate. Shit is ass. Ain't shit worth watching on the internet. Like, porn. You want to get away from porn. Porn's no good. Especially when you get married. Like, you might as well just bother your wife. And wives out there, when your husbands come to you for sex, it may feel like a chore, but give your husband the sex. The nigga trying to get away from the porn. Help a nigga out. For real. Stop having them going back and forth to the porn sites, bro. Just randomly one day just come home and just blow his brains out. Let that nigga go, oh okay, that was nice. Watch. He'll get up and go to work and everyone, hey, John, what's going on? Hey, you look happier today. And he'd be like, yeah, today was just, yeah. But sometimes the dudes just need that break. Stop letting the internet pretty much have their way with your husbands. And same thing for you husbands. Like, help the missus out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I think I can win. Ooh. Hold on. Can I get that? Oh. Oh, my.
Oh my god.
I knew that was going to say to her, hold that stupid. Come on. Stop playing. Come on, bro. You supposed to be dead a long time ago. Oh, my God. Bro, it's just me and you. How are you living through these Tetrises?
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Uh-oh. I see the trap you're trying to set me up with. Okay.
No,
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Bitch.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Thought I was stupid, right? Nope. Ain't fall. No, we getting out the weak side, bro. We getting off on the weak side. Open that up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Open up. Combos, stupid. Okay. Bam. All right. Bam. Okay. Bam. All right. Okay. Super T-spin coming up. You gonna say? Oh, hit him. Come on. Be dead. Thank you. Stop playing. Married with kids. Good advice. I want only one person with intimacy, but my lust craves different. You're right. Strip clubs, massage parlors, porn, and rampant in the USA. A lot of traps for men. Yeah, spend time staying home, bro. And anywhere you going outside, take your wife with you. Always, people used to tell me when I was younger, why do you bring sand to the beach? Because the beach is dirty, nigga. Fuck out of here. Why want to go to the beach? Oh, dirty ass sand. Bring your own sand. You need to bring the wife with you wherever you go. You never know when you get a random itch and you got to tell your wife, yo, listen, can we be young again for a little bit and take her in the bathroom and get to work? Y'all got to understand, like, some women, the way you meet them, they hate when you meet them that way, and then all of a sudden, now you get married, all of a sudden, you on your self-righteous shit. Yo, some of your wives, when you met them doing slutty shit, yo, let them know, yeah, I still love you, even though I met you doing some slutty shit. You just do slutty shit to me. Don't try to shame them and shit like that, because that's bullshit. You met them that way. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, like if I met my girl when she was sucking dick in the movie theater, I would say, yo, you gonna do it again?
Exactly. That's how that go down, bro. What do you mean? No, but I'm married. What? What do you mean? Because you married to me? Yeah, okay, that means you can't do that to them. But you can do that to me? Who told you was gonna stop? Ooh.
I didn't hear no bell.
Alright, that's stupid. I didn't hear no bell. Oh, that was silly. Oh man, that actually reminded me of Little Baby's rap line. When she go below the belt, no referee. What the fuck? Man, you speaking the truth. Well, I'm actually, it's because I'm older now. So because I'm older, like a lot of that dumb shit is out of the window. You're wasting your time. You don't want these. The only time you want a younger girl is if a younger girl wants an older man. Never go for a younger girl that does not want an older man. I'm telling you. Like it's when they're like, oh, all girls love older men. Not true. No, not necessarily true. So a lot of people get it twisted. Like you have young girls that like older men because they don't want to go through the bullshit. They respect the maturity. They want a man that can lead, that can teach, that can provide for them, that is stable mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. They want all the actual good concepts that come with men. Then you have other young girls who like older men only because they have money. And you don't want those young girls. Those young girls is no good. What are you going to do with them? They're literally only good for a fun time so long as you're paying for it. Who would want that? In my time, we call those girls scalawags.
Oh my God.
That word is a funny ass word. Scalawags. Ain't nobody wants no scalawag, bro. Even the demon men don't want scalawags, and that's crazy. Let that sink in. The demonic men don't want scalawags. If you look in all of fiction and all of spirituality, even the demons have a bona fide wife. Even the demons have bona fide wives. Like wives that they go, nah, this is my wife. I don't do that. I don't disrespect the wife. And these are demons. So you gotta ask yourself, if the demons don't disrespect their wives, and you with a girl and you disrespecting her, what you doing? What do you do? Boom, 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 boom. Can I? Oh, it's one guy left. Oh, it's hot dog time. Okay. Okay. Orange, green, red. Okay. Okay. Nope. 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 Oh, we using the blue for that. We using the blue for that, cuz. Oh my God, y'all really gonna wait that long to give me the blue? Oh my goodness. Look at the munchkin on me. Oops. Okay. Bam. 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 Green. Oh crap. Oh, got him. I told my wife I need the freak from before. I won't shame her ever. Well, wives want your husbands to, it's nice to make love and then, but like, they're human too. They need their doses every now and then. Women are not that much. Oh, shit. Women are not much different from guys, They're really not. Yikes. Come on. Got it in time. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Come on. Oh man, I put it down wrong. Good shit. No! You cheated. Oh my goodness. Nah, I got cheated on that one. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna find the next clip to talk about in a second, guys. Let me just win my next game.
What?
Whoa. Okay, whoa.
What?
Whoa. Alright, this game's cheating me. Put him up. All right, that was good stuff. I went too high. I like the combos in person, but this works. Good night, brother. Almost AM in what? Washington State. Oh, it's almost midnight your time. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. in the morning over here. All right, man. Good night. Take care. I wasn't ready, computer. I was talking in the chat. Cheater. Oh my goodness. Give me my orange. Stop playing. You guys are cheaters. I swear to you. I'm dead. Take care. Hold on. Uh-oh. That was bad. I don't know why I even put that there. What's that line from Bruce Lee? He fears the man that practices the same kick 10,000 times. Oh, I got some Dragon Ball shit to talk about in a second too.
Go.
Why did it give me those pieces? So if we find out that Beast Gohan is not stronger than Goku nor Vegeta, shit, let alone Vegeta. But they are impressed of how. No, you can't tell that obviously to people. I was telling people like Beast Gohan is stronger than the Goku and Vegeta that they met when that Gohan met when they was fighting Moro. That's what he's stronger than. But he's not like Goku and Vegeta have become way stronger than that.
The whole purpose of Gohan achieving Beast Wars was the base. Okay, here's what's going to happen because here's the theory, right? Based on what was said after the little sparring match between Gohan and Goku, right? Gohan said that in order to what he did in order to power up and basically caught Goku by surprise was that he basically unleash a lot of energy, and just when he's about to go berserk, he just take control of it. So he was like, wait a minute. That's it. That's how we can get Broly to control himself while he's in Super Saiyan 4.
Which Broly learned instantaneously, which is wild. Broly's gonna die. They gotta kill Broly. They made Broly OP. You keep Broly alive, I
feel like they're gonna use Broly as an introduction to Super Saiyan 4.
Nah, I think they're gonna use Broly to get killed. Frieza needs a body before he goes. In my opinion. You can't pump Frieza up that much and then Frieza kills nobody. Frieza's gotta kill somebody. And I think that's somebody. I think.
No, you know what the point thing is?
What?
Suppose he doesn't kill, but he kills Chi-Lai. And then Broly just goes, and Broly goes to the Super Saiyan 4.
Nah, I think Broly will put up some good hands. I think they're gonna the ideal is to make Frieza the most powerful villain ever in Dragon Ball. I think it's gonna be all 5 Saiyans plus Piccolo and what's this guy? Frieza's so powerful that he's gonna wash them all. It's gonna be like the Cell saga all over again. See how powerful Cell was? He was so powerful, dudes they had a one-on-one tournament with him, and Cell's playing around with them and he's washing them. And that's what I think it's gonna come down to. And then I think it's gonna come down to Vegeta. Vegeta may not necessarily be the strongest, but he has the one hack that will allow him to beat Frieza. And it's really it goes back to the original Dragon Ball. He has Zenkai boost. That's it. He has Zenkai boost. Ultra Ego is literally just super Zenkai boosts. That's it. So the more he gets beat up in the match and whatever, and Goku and they're all jumping, and Vegeta, that's what was happening to Vegeta versus Gas. Vegeta should have died like twice, but Goku kept interfering. And then every time Vegeta was getting up, he was becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. And I think that's what's gonna eventually be the truck car that beats Frieza. Off the rip, nope, nobody's stronger than Frieza. You gotta make the bad guy. Your good guys are only as good as your villains. So if your villain is top tier, your heroes are top tier. If you make your villain ass, nobody cares. And Frieza is far from being cheats. Frieza is the only anime character in the history of the world that can literally make a racial remark and it slides. My man literally said, "Hello, monkeys," and everyone was like, "Yo, chill." Even the hood was like, "Nah, that's my nigga Frieza. He can rock." Like Deontay, you know the YouTube guy Deontay, whatever his name is. He literally did a thing where Frieza came up to him and said, my man said, "What's up, Nick? Hey, Frieza, yo, what are you doing?" And he's like, don't even play that way. He's like, "What you mean? Yo, you are not black." And he's like, "What you mean I'm not black?" And he turned it to Black Frieza, and Deontay gave him it says the N-word pass. I was like, all right, the internet's too much. The internet is way too much. So Frieza got the N-word pass. This is nonsense, B. Woo! Made a mistake. Dead. Let me see what's going on. Oh, wow. Can't stay up too long, guys, because I got to get up in the morning with Neko. Neko fall asleep in this Let me see. Life after life sentences in prison. What? Oh, barbecue's considering a ceasefire in Haiti. Haiti gang leader will consider ceasefire, but warns of foreign forces will be treated as invaders. For real. Let's see what's going on. Some of these things I can't even turn on. I gotta watch this shit after that's 2 minutes ago. Colonel Douglas McGregor, we cannot recover from what has happened today, which is whatever the hell happened. Jamaica is working on a high oh my goodness, speed rail. Yeah, wait 1 second. Oh my goodness, man. Stop putting up fake. I hate when people create these fake clickbait and things, man. 1 second, guys. Oh, you're doing that? Shit. Jamaica's looking to make a high speed rail, magnetic speed rail train. He did not eat or drink for 10 years to train to become a god. What anime is this? Hold on,
For 10 whole years, he didn't touch a single bite of food or a drop of water. Instead, he spent his days training super hard in some really dangerous places, putting himself through all kinds of pain on purpose, because he was on a mission to become a godlike figure in the world. It all started 2,500 years ago. There was a big fight between the kingdoms of Kosala and Magadha over the river Ganges and the city called Kapilavatthu. The palace in Kapilavatthu got attacked by Kosala, and the people who got caught in the war had to suffer. Not only they lost their families, but they also suffered from hunger and the lack of jobs. The people could only hope that one day someone special would be born and help them get out of this situation. Until one day, the son of the king of Kapilavaku was born. On the day Prince Siddhartha was born, everyone could feel an intense aura in the air. The sun shone bright like never before, and the people realized he was blessed by the gods. The villagers are amazed, and all the animals gather to see this special event. The villagers celebrate the arrival of the heir of Shakya, and everyone congratulates the king. Even though Maya is happy about the blessings being showered on her son, she feels weak and faints. King Prajapati and his soldiers hurry back to the city when they hear the news that the queen is in danger. When Prajapati reaches Maya, she presents baby Siddhartha to him. He lovingly holds the baby, and Maya shares that she wants to name him Siddhartha, meaning someone who achieves his goal. Prajapati likes the name a lot, but things get scary when Maya starts to feel pain. She asks to hold the baby, and Prajapati gives Siddhartha to her.
She dies.
Siddhartha will be extraordinary and have great faith. She caresses her baby one last time
Before she
passing.
dies.
Prajapati can only hold his son close as Siddhartha cries for the loss of his mother. A priest named Asita pays a visit to King Prajapati, who feels honored that the priest came to see them. Asita and Prajapati go to Siddhartha's room, but Asita is shocked when he sees the baby. Prajapati asks for the reason, and Asita tells him to look at how the baby has one finger pointed to the sky and another finger pointed to the ground. This signifies he is the most revered on heaven and earth, meaning that this child is going to be the king of the world. Prajapati is shocked by this revelation. Asita is amazed, but adds that unfortunately he will not be alive to witness Siddhartha grow. 10 years later, Siddhartha is being entertained by some dancers, but he's not impressed. He gets tired and walks away from the dancers to the balcony. There, he stares at something with anger on his face. Siddhartha joins the other children as an elder tells them to grow up quickly and become great warriors to defeat Kasala. Siddhartha gets up and asks the elder if the war will really lead to death. The elder says there are some survivors, but Siddhartha wants to know what happens to a person after they die. The elder mentions a funeral, but Siddhartha persists, asking what happens to the dead after the funeral. The elder shuts him down, saying he came to teach, not to debate. Siddhartha sits down, feeling sad. However, a kid named Jitka whispers to him that they should go play because the lesson is boring. Another kid agrees, and the two boys drag Siddhartha away to go play. The boys are hunting a rabbit with their makeshift bow and arrow. Jitka misses the first shot, and the rabbit runs away. They chase after it, cornering it. Jitka is about to take another shot when Siddhartha jumps on him to stop him. The rabbit escapes as the arrow misses. Jitka asks what Siddhartha's deal is, pushes him away, and then he and the other boy go to hunt another animal. Siddhartha feels sad and starts thinking about hunting living creatures. He wanders into the forest, and the animals nearby aren't scared of him. They come out of their hiding to look at him. However, the moment is short-lived as Jitka falls into a swamp and can't get out. He's sinking in, calling for help. Siddhartha hears him and rushes over to help. The other kid is trying to reach Jitka, while Siddhartha, seeing the situation, goes over to a branch. He lowers it with his body weight, and the other boy jumps from the branch too. The branch becomes low enough for Jitka, who desperately tries to hold onto it, but can only grab the edge, which snaps immediately as he grabs it. Jitka is still crying for help, but it's too late as he is completely submerged in the swamp. Siddhartha and the other kid are in shock. The news reaches the people, and they all rush to the forest. Jitka's mom cries at the loss of her son, and the people gather around to console her. Siddhartha walks away from the group, feeling sad, when he's called by his stepmom. Siddhartha wants to hide his crying face from everyone but can't. He runs into his stepmom's arms, crying. His stepmom hugs him, grateful that he's okay, but also consoles him as he weeps profusely, saying Jitka is dead. Siddhartha becomes weak from crying and faints in his mom's arms. She holds him tightly, leaving alone with her son. His stepmom takes him to his room to rest. The maid informs them about King Prajapati's arrival, but Siddhartha is so ashamed of himself as he lays in bed, turning his face from his mother. She tells him that everything will be okay, and he should get some sleep. Then she leaves him to rest and meets with the king, who asks her how Siddhartha is doing. She apologizes, blaming herself and saying her dereliction of duty caused the situation to happen. King Prajapati tells her that Maya was weak after giving birth to Siddhartha, but she must show more love to Siddhartha than Maya. She thanks him for his kind words. He then says that Siddhartha is old enough to take martial arts training. Siddhartha, who isn't asleep, can hear all their conversation. Siddhartha is learning how to shoot an arrow, and the instructor is yelling while giving him instructions. Siddhartha is struggling to pull the bow. The soldiers start sparring with each other, but they stop when they see Siddhartha's partner being too violent. They're worried for the prince. Siddhartha is holding up against his sparring partner, who attacks him with full force. Siddhartha tries to block the attack with his shield, but loses it and falls to the ground. He has to hurry back to avoid all the attacks from hurting him. 5 years later, Siddhartha is sparring with his partner, and the soldiers watching are amazed, commenting on how he has gotten better. Siddhartha can counter and attack his opponent without fail. His father is proud to see his son has gotten better. His opponent praises him for getting so strong, smiling at his achievement of teaching Siddhartha. However, Siddhartha is not happy as he sheaths his sword and walks away. A soldier rushes in to deliver an emergency letter as the war against Kosala is about to begin. Siddhartha asks his father why they need to fight, and his father says that they've been able to avoid the war in recent years, but not this time. His father tells him to make a good start. Siddhartha asks what that means, and his father says Siddhartha should defeat Kosala, inherit his place, and become the king of their country. But Siddhartha questions his father on why there is war. Why are humans killing each other? His father yells at him, saying if they don't fight, Kosala won't be conquered. Still, Siddhartha isn't convinced. His father asks him how he intends to be a king with this mindset. As the war begins, Kosala and Shakya charge towards each other, not caring about the village between their clashing zones. Siddhartha watches from above as the countries battle it out, trampling over the village. Shakya rains arrows on Kosala's front lines, ending them. However, Kosala's war leader keeps advancing, urging his men to follow. Siddhartha sees the piles of bodies and can't stand to watch. He advances with his men into the battlefield. Both sides attack each other with everything they've got. The king rides his horse, taking down some of Kosala's men, but the Kosala leader and his soldiers still have the upper hand, easily wiping out Shakya's soldiers. Siddhartha rides into the battlefield, yelling at them to stop, but his cries fall on deaf ears. Siddhartha is surrounded by Kosala's soldiers, who identify him as the prince and leader, seeking to kill him to earn a title for themselves. Shakya's soldiers try to shield Siddhartha, but they are easily wiped out. Kosala's leader, Chakra, tries to attack Siddhartha, but suddenly time seems to move slowly. The closer he gets to Siddhartha, the more illuminating he becomes. Siddhartha doesn't draw out his sword during this moment, and just stares straight at Chakra. Chakra starts spitting blood, and his horse becomes restless. He ends up falling off, still spitting blood. Siddhartha and Chakra keep staring at each other, and Chakra realizes that things are different because it feels like Siddhartha is looking deep into his soul and judging him. Chakra hits the ground hard, and his men come around to check on him, but he passes away immediately. The Kosala soldiers are ordered to retreat immediately. A soldier tells Siddhartha to return to the army, and other soldiers yell at each other to retreat and protect the prince. Siddhartha retreats with the rest of the army. Under the night sky,
What type of anime is
the native
this?
surroundings, Princess Yashidara, his wife, walks up to him, asking why he isn't resting. She mentions that he sits there every night until it's very late and asks if he has any concerns. He replies that humans die and get sick easily, wondering why he is unable to do anything. Siddhartha flips the page of a scroll in his hand and questions why people have to give up when they suffer from an incurable disease. He wonders aloud why they have to close their eyes while waiting for death to come and ease their suffering. Siddhartha believes life is full of suffering. As he stands up, memories flood back to when he traveled across the country and saw people suffer. He remembers a young slave boy getting trampled by a fruit merchant for stealing. The child, all shriveled up from hunger, holds onto the stolen orange, enduring the pain while the merchant continues stepping on. Back in the present, Siddhartha tells Princess Yashidara that even though he was born a prince, he feels like he knows nothing. He thinks he's more ignorant than even the Sudras, a group of people. He expresses his desire to learn all about the world. Princess Yashidara hugs him from behind and says his name. Prince Siddhartha tells her to rest. A few years later, the royal family gathered at Princess Yashidara's room because she just had a baby. Prince Siddhartha goes out on the palace porch to think. He tells himself that even though he learns a lot, all he sees is people suffering, and no one teaches him how to fix it. In his mind, he sees many people needing help, reaching out to him like they want to pull him into a dark hole. This is the horror of people suffering, realizing that, as a future leader, he can't stop people from getting sick, growing old, and dying. Siddhartha knows that these things are inevitable in the world of life. He understands he will go through all of them as a human and face death. He starts sinking into this thought, feeling the darkness around him. He struggles because he realizes life brings pain, and Siddhartha desperately wants to find a clear way to avoid that pain. He snaps out of his thoughts, finding himself sitting in a lotus position under a tree in the middle of the jungle. Determined, he thinks there must be something he can do. Siddhartha makes a big decision to leave everything behind and search for the truth. Late at night, he goes to his father's room while he's asleep. Feeling sad about possibly disappointing his father, Siddhartha quietly leaves a note, hoping for forgiveness. Stepping out, he mounts his horse and rides to the top of a hill, taking one last look at the city before heading off on his journey. A man named Channa catches up to Prince Siddhartha and begs him to come back. Siddhartha gets off his horse and tells Channa to take the horse back to the city. Then he starts taking off all of his royal ornaments and robe, throwing them on the ground. Channa picks up the valuable items and asks Siddhartha what he's doing. He is shocked to see Siddhartha take a knife and cut off all of his hair until he's completely bald. Siddhartha hands his hair to Channa and instructs him to give it to Princess Yasodhara. Siddhartha tells Channa to tell the princess that he will be back after finding the path to success. Channa, crying for Siddhartha, watches as he walks away with only a robe around his waist. Siddhartha tells Channa to return with the horse and the other valuables, emphasizing his determination to seek a different path. Siddhartha sets off on his journey to find his own path. His mother Maya has been watching all of it, believing in the prophecy that he will become a great person and erase the suffering of all living things. She wishes him well as he becomes an ascetic monk and travels across the world. Siddhartha's journey is tough. He relies on the kindness of strangers for food, sleeps wherever he can find shelter, and walks through harsh weather on foot. One day, he arrives at a village where people are suffering from severe hunger, almost lifeless on the ground. Siddhartha uses his robe to cover a shivering mother and child, surprising those who witness this compassionate gesture. Siddhartha spends some time in the village and heads towards the stream when a man approaches him. The man notices Siddhartha's growing hair and beard, telling him it's not good for a monk. He offers a razor to help trim Siddhartha's hair and beard, inviting him to his house to clean up. Siddhartha agrees. At the man's house, he gives Siddhartha a robe to wear, complimenting how good he looks in. Another monk in the house asks for a cup of water, and the man happily goes to get it, excited to have 2 monks in his home. Siddhartha introduces himself to the other monk, who then surprises him by asking if he was the Shakyam prince. Taken aback, Siddhartha confirms. The monk introduces himself as defective. Their conversation gets interrupted when the man returns with a bowl of water and asks for a favor. He explains that his son wants to become a monk. His wife brings out the children, and she points to Asaji as the one who wishes to become a monk. Asaji already has his hair cut. Siddhartha and Dipa bring Asaji along on their journey. As they travel together, Siddhartha asks Dipa about the scar on his left eye. Dipa tells him that while he was meditating on a rock, some people came and provoked him by saying that asceticism was pointless. He argues back, explaining that asceticism's purpose is to go beyond limits and be reborn in the next life. One of the people challenges him, asking why he doesn't burn his eyes if there's meaning in suffering. After hesitating for a moment, he grabs the torch and shocks everyone by scorching his left eye with it. He explains to Siddhartha that he was told there's no meaning in self-mortification, so he burned his eyes himself to prove them wrong. Dipa shares that the most impressive act of asceticism he witnessed was a man transforming into a beast, living a life in nature without desires and distractions. He believes pushing the limits of self-mortification will lead to a great reincarnation. According to Dipa, the more suffering one endures in life, the better they will be reborn in the next life. Asaji, smiling, is behind them, lying with the butterfly. Dipa suggests to Siddhartha that they should go to the ascetic forest. Siddhartha doesn't argue, but remains skeptical about it. Walking through the swamp, the trio wades in the water. Asaji follows closely, but injures his foot on a thorny vine at the bottom of the river. Crying out in pain, he loses his balance and starts to drown. Siddhartha dives underwater, rushing to Asaji, and swims back to the surface with him in his hand. From that point on, Siddhartha carries Asaji on his back for the rest of the journey. They traverse various landscapes, from a scorching desert to a mountaintop and a waterfall, and through a jungle. Pausing at a river, Siddhartha tends to Asaji's wound before continuing down a mountain path. They reach a village, stopping to meditate and receiving offered food from the villagers. Journeying at night, they encounter a group of men on horses. The leader, recognizing Dipa from their past encounter, calls out to him. Siddhartha quickly intervenes, explaining that Asaji is sick and needs urgent treatment. Tada, the man who helped them, takes good care of Asaji. He prepares some medicine in a pot and gives it to Siddhartha for Asaji to drink, explaining it's the only medicine they have.
Siddhartha then asks Tada to heat up a blade for him.
Tada wonders why Siddhartha needs the blade, and he says it's to suck out the bad stuff from Asaji's wound. Siddhartha does just that, sucking out the yucky stuff, and then using a hot blade to close up the wound. Asagi yells because it hurts, but he faints right away. Tada tells everyone that Asagi is improving. In his sleepy state, Asagi wonders if he's already dead when he hears a voice. It's Siddhartha's mother, now a god, telling him he can't die yet because he's meant to live alongside Siddhartha. She asks Asagi to please support Siddhartha. Siddhartha is doing CPR on Asagi, and suddenly Asagi starts sweating and coughs, showing he's alive. Both Tada and Siddhartha feel relieved and say he's a tough kid. Tada shares that in the past, he would have used his power to possess a bird and find better medicine. Tifa, now awake, asks if Tada still has that power, but Tada explains he has lost it. Unfortunately, Asagi is still in danger as his fever won't go down unless his leg is healed. Tifa shares with Tada that he heard from Naradana about a mysterious child named Tada, who had the unique ability to possess things. It turns out, when Tada was a child, he could swap his body with animals. For many years, he remained a child, and his body didn't age. However, once he lost his powers, he suddenly became an adult. Dufay mentions hearing that Tada doesn't age, but Tada corrects him, saying he's an adult now. Just then, a blind lady enters the room and asks if Tada has returned. Tada informs her that he's home with 2 months and a child. When Siddhartha speaks, Megala recognizes his voice and drops the logs in her hands upon hearing him. They knew each other from before. When Siddhartha was a prince, he fell in love with Megala after she saved him from bandits who were bothering him. They spent time together, and she took him around the village on a boat. Once, they fell into the river and started playing. When his father discovered their relationship, he ordered Megala to be executed. Siddhartha learned about this and burst into the throne room where his father was having a meeting. Filled with anger, he was ready to draw his sword against his own father. The guards and everyone else present pleaded with the young prince to calm down. Recognizing the seriousness in Siddhartha's eyes, the king suggested an alternative. He proposed that if Siddhartha married Princess Yasuhara, he would free Megala. Siddhartha reluctantly agreed to the decision. However, upon arriving at the courtyard, Siddhartha discovered that a guard had burnt Megala's eyes with a sword as her punishment. Despite the pain, Megala didn't harbor hatred towards Siddhartha and was happy to have met him. She wished for him to become a great king. The guards took her away and dropped her off, leaving her to wander despite her blindness. Siddhartha was so hurt that he scraped his finger against the pavement, causing it to bleed. Siddhartha is still in shock after seeing Megala after all those years. He apologizes to her, feeling remorseful for not becoming the great king she had wished for. Hurt, she runs out of the room. Tada, who has heard about Siddhartha's name, asks him if he is truly the prince and mentions he has been looking for Siddhartha. Tada informs Siddhartha that his village was attacked by Kozala soldiers, resulting in the murder of his family, friends, and the destruction of his village. Tada expresses his strong dislike for Kozala soldiers and reveals that he has been fighting against them. However, due to his social standing, there were limits to what he could achieve. Tada emphasizes that ending a war between countries is a task only a king can accomplish. He earnestly implores Siddhartha to become a king and destroy Kozala, as he seeks revenge for the suffering and losses he and his people endured. Outside, Megala pants heavily, trying to catch her breath while overhearing their conversation. Tada continues to pester Siddhartha to become a king. Siddhartha, however, asks him to wait for 10 years. He explains that he plans to pass through Magadha and enter the ascetic forest. Siddhartha declares his intention to practice asceticism for the next decade. He adds that if he
Wait a
hasn't found
minute.
his answer
Is this
by
an
then, he will
Indian
return to his
anime?
country. The next morning, Asagi wakes up and starts yelling about a whirlwind. He dashes out of the house, still shouting about it. Tada and the others don't believe him since it's sunny. Asagi races down the hill to the village, yelling to the villagers that a whirlwind is coming, telling them to evacuate. But sadly, no one responds to his urgent calls. Suddenly, the wind starts to pick up speed, swirling into a whirlwind. Asagi urgently tells the villagers to run as fast as they can. Unfortunately, it's too late, and the whirlwind is nearby. It tears through the village, sucking in stray villagers and ripping houses off the ground. In the chaos, Asagi manages to rescue a young child who is almost sucked into the wind. After a while, the winds pass, and calm returns to the now torn-up village. Siddhartha and the others arrive at the village, witnessing the chaos that unfolded. To their surprise, they discover that Asagi can predict the future. He had also foretold that he would die in 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days. Siddhartha, Dufay, and Asagi set off for the forest to train. They journey across highlands, deserts, rice fields, villages, plains, and various other terrains until they reach their destination, the ascetic forest. In the forest, they observe various monks undergoing different challenges. Asaji walks up to a swamp where a man emerges, startling Asaji and causing him to fall backward. Siddhartha asks the man if submerging himself under the swamp is also a method of training. The man explains that it's a bottomless swamp for practicing holding one's breath. The fellow further explains various training methods to Siddhartha, like using a tree for hanging, burying oneself in the sand for fasting, and using a casket to clear the mind. The fellow states that the ascetic forest is the most suitable place for such training. Siddhartha and Defei sit on a bush of thorns, meditate. Despite the flies disturbing them, they remain in the same position for a long time, completely ignoring the various weather conditions and happenings around them. Asaji doesn't participate, but watches them instead. Siddhartha is eager to discover what lies at the end after this self-mortification. They also attempt sand fasting, and by this point, both Siddhartha and Defei are already quite skinny. Siddhartha notices Asaji making markings on a tree and walks up to him. He asks what Asaji is doing, and Asaji responds that he is counting the days. He explains that 365 markings on one tree represent 1 year, and he will die on the 5th tree, saying it with a smile. Siddhartha questions why Asaji is already counting the days for his death, asking if he isn't scared of death, but instead waiting for it. Asaji responds that he is scared, but it cannot be helped. Siddhartha tells him that he would have gone insane if he were in Asaji's place. He then asks Asaji how he lives each day without fearing death. Asaji replies that he does so by fulfilling his purpose in life. Asaji jumps around, smiling, as he tells Siddhartha that he will be able to be reborn as something greater than a man. He adds that if Siddhartha fulfills his purpose, everyone will be saved. Siddhartha asks how he can do this, but Asaji just smiles in response. They continue their training, with Siddhartha going through the hanging, the casket, and doing the sand fast again, while Defei is hanging. Defei keeps convincing him that agony and pain are their fastest ways to salvation. Siddhartha asks if Defei is suggesting he die in the process, to which Defei replies that it is the fastest way to cleanse themselves, as the human body is corrupt. However, Siddhartha refuses the idea of dying. Defei says Siddhartha hasn't understood the meaning of asceticism, and should just die instead, going as far as calling him a fool and suggesting he rot in hell. Siddhartha is scared, but decides not to argue it. Meanwhile, Asaji continues marking the trees. Siddhartha begins to
hell
wonder if
anime
it's
is
foolish to
this?
get absorbed in torturing oneself and questions if all these extreme practices will really lead to salvation. Siddhartha faces a tough time, but thankfully Tata steps in to help him out. Tata brings Siddhartha to a river and gives him water, saving him from being really thirsty. Siddhartha wonders why Tata came to his rescue, and Tata says he won't let Siddhartha die from the training. Tata even offers him an apple, but Siddhartha says no because he's fasting. Tata tries to force Siddhartha to eat, but then some monks come over. Defei, the leader, comes up first and asks Tata if he's the one who took Siddhartha from his training. Defei shouts at Tata, telling him not to bother Siddhartha's training, and even calls him a devil for distracting Siddhartha. Tata asks Defei if he's seriously okay with Siddhartha dying, turning to give Siddhartha the apple. But Siddhartha still says no to the apple. Defei says that dying while doing tough training brings eternal glory, and Tata shouldn't mess with Siddhartha's training. Defei shouts at Tata to go away, and the other monks start chanting for Tata to leave. Suddenly, Tata notices smoke and runs towards the shack where Megala is. It's on fire! Siddhartha, hearing Megala's name, becomes more aware. Tata hurries and finds some monks burning the shack. He pushes them out of the way and dashes into the burning shack, yelling for Megala. Spotting her in a corner, he quickly grabs her and carries her out just before the shack collapses completely. Tata takes Megala to hide in a cave. When Siddhartha comes near, Tata warns that he'll cut anyone who gets close. Siddhartha identifies himself, and Tata climbs down. Siddhartha asks about Megala's condition, and Tata says she's sick. Siddhartha wants to see her, but Tata explains that she's too unwell to meet him. They came to save Siddhartha, not the other way around. Siddhartha decides to enter the cave and meet Megala, but she shouts at him not to come closer. She's in pain.
Neko, can you hear this?
Crying as her body is covered in boils. Siddhartha kneels beside her, deeply affected by her condition. And
Do you know what type of anime is this?
In the next training session, which involves hanging off a rope over a cliff, Defei asks Siddhartha if he's thinking about Megala. Defei instructs him to focus on the training, but Siddhartha says he can't ignore people suffering. Defei insists that it's wrong for someone in the ascetic forest not to practice asceticism. Siddhartha argues back, saying they don't understand and nobody in the forest is experiencing as much pain as Megala. Tata takes care of Megalia, bringing food for her, but she doesn't want to eat. She tells him to go wherever he wants because there's no hope for her anymore. Tata says she shouldn't talk like that, but she insists that if she dies, he'll be free. He puts the food aside, hugs her, and promises to save her. Siddhartha watches this happening from outside the cave. Asaji opens the coffin where Siddhartha is, and Siddhartha asks if there's no hope for saving Megalia. Asaji assures him that he will rescue her. Siddhartha wonders how Asaji plans to save her, and Asaji says he'll do it the same way he saved Siddhartha. Siddhartha starts sucking out the pus from Megalia's body. Tata tries to stop him, but Siddhartha insists it's the only way to save her. Tata offers to do it instead, worried that Siddhartha might catch her disease. Siddhartha tells Tata that if he gets tired, they can switch, and they should work together. Megalia feels ashamed, crying and calling herself filthy, but Siddhartha reassures her, saying she's not filthy, and he will make sure to remove all the poison or pus. The next day, Siddhartha interrupts his meditation to check on Megalia. Shepa notices him leaving and gets angry, wondering how long Siddhartha will keep trying to save her. When Siddhartha arrives, he sees that she has almost completely recovered from her illness. Megalia and Tata kneel, grateful, asking Siddhartha how they could ever repay him. Defei and some monks come to the cave, accusing him of neglecting his monk training to be with them. Defei tells Siddhartha to leave, and the other monks support him. Tata interrupts, telling Siddhartha that he will leave with Megalia, and Siddhartha should continue his training. He asks Siddhartha to forget the promise about returning to his country and becoming a king because he let go of his anger when they were treating Megalia, and now he understands how important Siddhartha's actions are. Megalia adds that she had cursed herself, feeling angry for falling in love with him and getting her heart broken and been made blind. Now that they've met again, she feels alive and thanks Siddhartha for not only saving her body, but also her heart. As Tata leaves, he tells Siddhartha that once he becomes a great monk, he should make him his first disciple. That night, Asaji is marking the tree and tells Siddhartha that on the night of the next full moon, he would die. Siddhartha asks Asaji how he would die when he looks so healthy. Asaji tells him that he will die by being eaten by starving beasts. Siddhartha questions Asaji about whether the prediction of his death is accurate and if he will truly face such a tragic end. Asaji confirms it, still smiling. Siddhartha promises Asaji that no matter what happens, he will always be his best friend and will protect him. Asaji falls off a cliff while trying to reach for some eggs in a nest. Siddhartha is meditating when he hears Asaji's screams and quickly rushes to help him. Siddhartha reaches the bottom of the mountain and finds Asaji safe. While fishing, Asaji falls into the river. Siddhartha interrupts his meditation once again to quickly rush to his aid. Fortunately, he finds Asaji safe, smiling and waving at him. On the night of the full moon, Siddhartha stops meditating and decides he won't let Asaji die, which he plans to do as he already tied Asaji to a tree branch. Suddenly, a rabbit climbs the tree where Asaji is, and it starts nibbling on the rope. The rope snaps, and Siddhartha wakes up from his sleep. Asaji is gone, and Siddhartha quickly looks around to find him. Meanwhile, Asaji willingly follows the rabbit into the forest. He walks past a bush and accidentally falls into a hole full of wolves. Asaji sees baby wolves whimpering because they're hungry. Asaji goes and comforts the baby wolves, telling them they'll get food soon. He lies down on the ground as two adult wolves come closer. Siddhartha arrives at the hole, shocked and in tears, seeing the wolves tearing Asaji's body into pieces. Siddhartha cries out in horror and flees from the dreadful sight. He runs until tripping and falling face flat on the grassy ground, mourning for Asaji. As days go by, Siddhartha subjects himself to extremely painful ascetic practices. He forces his way through a prickly thorn bush, the needles piercing his flesh. He walks across scorching fire, burning the whole of his body. He even binds himself to a tree trunk, allowing hungry ravens to peck at his body. The other monks come and chase the birds away, begging him to stop, and they understand his self-mortification. They then acknowledge he's an excellent monk, but he tells them that he hasn't suffered enough. They are worried as Siddhartha has been doing these training practices since Asaji died, to the extent that for the past 10 days he hasn't even drunk water. He passes by Defei, who finally acknowledges that Siddhartha has achieved the greatest state of asceticism. He sits atop a bed of thorns to meditate on a cold cliff, while rain pours and thunder cracks. He repeats to himself that he will become a rock, and in the storm he will become the water, but the heavy winds prove too powerful. They blow him off the top of the cliff, and he plunges into the stream of water below. His body floats down the river, and he assumes he has become one with nature. He survives as he lays on the shallow part of the stream, but he is unable to move. He lies there with his eyes open, occasionally closing them. He wonders if this is the death at the end of self-mortification that the Fae talk about. As he closes his eyes, he reaches a trance state. Then he hears the voice of his mother calling out to him, telling him not to die. She then appears before him, saying that Asagi was born to be eaten by wolves, to convey to him that all life is connected. Siddhartha asks if Asaji's death was to teach him the laws of nature, which his mother affirms, causing him to cry at the tragedy of Asaji's fate. Before she disappears, she urges him to stay alive. But Siddhartha didn't know this was his mother, because he asked who she was just as she vanishes. He wakes up to the smell of steaming hot porridge and gulps it down in one sitting, not caring how hot it is, with tears roll down his eyes as an image of a smiling Asagi flashes before him. As he comes back to reality, he finds himself face to face with a woman who is thankful he is all right. She asks him if he would like a second serving of porridge. He looks around for a bit for the nearby monks, but smiles and cries again. He tells her that her rice porridge has saved his life. He then thanks her. As he walks away, some animals flock towards him. He freshens himself in a stream and, feeling enlightened, he beckons the animals to come closer, saying he has a story for them while he packs his hair into a bun. The animals follow him, and he tells them a story. He explains to the animals that to live is to support another life, and that eating for survival is the law of nature. He points out that if the wolves that ate Asagi were full, then his death was not in vain. He says only humans continue to fight and slaughter in vain. Because of this, a great suffering is born. He is leaving when he meets Defa standing under a tree. Defa asks him if he is running away, but he replies that he would no longer be going to the ascetic forest. Defa tells him that he will continue his self-mortification until he dies and surpass him, showing him the rightness in asceticism. Siddhartha tells him that radical pursuits are meaningless, and proceeds to tell him a proper. He tells Defa that he will not pursue extreme asceticism or pleasure, and he will instead live a moderate life, walking a calm and wide path. Defa tells him that he sees Siddhartha has found his own path, that he would continue to walk the path that he believes in. Siddhartha walks a while from the forest, and is met by a group of horsemen who surround him with spears. Their general, Prince Virapaka, calls him out as Prince Siddhartha of Shakya, but he tells him that he is no longer a prince. The prince comes down from his horse and points his sword at Siddhartha. He tells him that his family made him suffer, and he would make sure he perishes. He asks Siddhartha if he feels sad, and further asks him if he hates him. He tells Siddhartha to take the sword from his hand and face him. Siddhartha calmly tells him that he must be a poor soul, and if he is going to kill him, he should just do it. He tells him that he does not hate him, but pities him. Prince Virapaka is confused. He asks Siddhartha what he is talking about, and even after threatening to kill his people and family, Siddhartha is not bothered. Siddhartha asks him if he enjoys his revenge, and if it has brought him joy even once, or if it makes him suffer at night. This angers him, as he is about to strike Siddhartha with his sword. But suddenly, lightning strikes the sword, causing it to fall from his hand. Siddhartha picks up the sword and moves towards Prince Virapaka. He orders his men to kill Siddhartha. They surround him, but instantly back off due to an unknown force that stops them. Siddhartha hands him back his sword, telling him that he would continue to feel regret until the day he dies, suffering an eternity, and that is crueler than torture, wounds, or illness. For this reason, he pities him. He hands the sword to the young general, who retreats and tells his men to withdraw. Siddhartha is meditating in front of a swamp when a person emerges from the swamp, entranced by the sight of Siddhartha meditating. He slowly approaches him and falls on his knees, saying that he wants to die, as he is the most unfortunate one in the world. Siddhartha asks him why he is unhappy. He replies that his father and mother were trampled on by an elephant and died, that his second mother died by an epidemic. Siddhartha replies to him, saying that his parents were the more unfortunate ones. The swamp man tells a story about the young Prince Virapaka who had abandoned his mother. The swamp man argues that the prince was cruel for letting his mother die, just because his mother was a slave, so why does the prince not receive any punishments? Siddhartha replies that the Prince Virapaka was also suffering because even though he was the prince, he had to helplessly watch his mother die. His sorrow was much deeper because he had killed countless people and even let his mother die, and the prince had to live the rest of his life filled with regret until the day he died. The prince arrives at a shallow grave where a pack of hyenas had gathered around. He chased them away with his sword. He then begins to dig out the place which is actually where his mother had been buried. He dug her out of the ground and clung to her, crying and telling her lifeless body to look upon his face and call out to him. He says he had acted cold in front of the King Hades just to please the king, He asks his lifeless mother's body for forgiveness. Siddhartha tells the swamp man that the prince is also an unfortunate person, and that everyone carries their own burdens. Siddhartha tells him that he has suffered, hence why he should understand other people's suffering more than anyone. The word Siddhartha says hits him deep, and he falls to his knees, banging his head and hands on the floor. As Siddhartha says that there are more unfortunate people out there. He asks Siddhartha that if everyone is unhappy, then why are they in the world? Why do people still live? Siddhartha places his hand on his shoulder. Siddhartha's body begins to glow, and slowly spreads to the surrounding area. Siddhartha tells him that his mother had died a few days after giving birth to him, and that she now watches over him. He tells him that due to the fact that his mother gave birth to him, he was able to meet him. And just as nature has its purpose, every person has his own purpose in life. For we are all connected to all the things in nature and form a bond with them. The light spreads across the whole forest and expands further out. Siddhartha tells the swamp man that he has a role to play in life just by existing, and they were people that were saved just by meeting him, like his parents being happy he was born, which made the swamp man lighten up the realization. Siddhartha adds that even Prince Varataka's mother must have been overjoyed at being treated kindly by him. He tells him that the prince must also have found comfort in his kindness towards his mother, making her not feel alone. He asks Siddhartha if it is okay for him to live, and if he actually has a role in life to play, as he had killed and hurt many people. Siddhartha says yes. He asks for Siddhartha's name, which he gives to him. He tells him that he is a good person, and he wishes to become his disciple. He tells him that he can't at the moment, as he is still in the middle of training, and is also mourning. The swamp man tells Siddhartha that when he finishes his training, and he becomes a great person, he would come immediately. Siddhartha tells him that he does not know how long it would take. The swamp man responds that he would wait as long as possible, and wait somewhere far away. He thanks Siddhartha for teaching him the meaning of life, and returns to the water.
What anime is this?
Himself when he taught the swamp man, and when he had said all he said, and why he said all those things. As the sun rises over the horizon, he hears a voice telling him that he had been enlightened, and he is now called Buddha, the awakened one. The voice tells him that as long as there is still life, he shall spread his teachings to all the people of the world and teach people how they should live. He realizes that he's made everyone he's ever encountered happy. He enters a trance state as his mother tells him he has attained a world, that the door of his heart has opened. She explains that people are born on a lotus flower, and when it blooms it carries unlimited potential. His mother calls him by his new name Buddha, the awakened one, and tells him to make the flower within people's hearts to blossom. He replies that as long as there is life in him, he would fulfill the role given to him. The war comes to an end as Prince Varataka ceases fire, and the people of Kozala were able to go back to the city to live their normal life. Tara and Megalia finds happiness, as well as Asaji, who is playing with butterflies in the afterlife. Ife and the monks are still walking their path, while Siddhartha, the awakened Buddha, continues his journey. Watch this next video. See you on the next one.
Okay, that shit didn't even tell you what in anime it was. Let me look in the description. Anime on comment section. Why would you write that in the description? Anime. It's called Buddha Tezuka Osamu no Buddha. What? It's the Buddha story. That's what it is. Echo, we got to get up in the morning. Well, we got to get up in the afternoon. We're going to meet you at, what's the name of that place? Fresh Approach at 2:30. We go to sleep at 4. It's 30 minutes from now. We get up at 12. Get up at 12, do whatever, and then we can head over to you around 1:30. Get there by 2:30, and then we leave to go up to that place, Stony Hill. Yeah, all right, that should be enough. Okay. Everyone in the chat, we've been streaming for what? 2 hours? Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys the updates for those who are here. If you just came into the stream after listening to the story of Buddha, if you just came into the stream and you're looking for the updates on the Valkyries or whatever we talked about, check the beginning of the stream after this uploads. Now that we're done with the school tour, we're pretty much done, and we don't have anything that we're going to be doing until like the end of April. We have a commercial to do. Can't get any more detailed than that, so I'll leave that alone. But you will see me a little bit more now. Now that a lot of the work is off of our hands. So I'll be coming around streaming and chilling and chatting with you guys and whatnot. Giving you guys more updates on what we're doing. If you guys want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, you'll always find me in the chat, adminning for Silver Neko and Empress Nile. All you have to do is follow that youtube.com Empress Nile. It leads you to the Valkyrie channel. You'll see what we're doing there, and so forth and so forth. Until next time, guys. Peace. Okay, how do we end the stream? I was just gonna go to the I don't have time to be ending the damn stream. Alright, guys, later.